This sounds promising.
Agree with that. The feedback on part 1 of this series was amazing.
We don't need part 1. We're too good for part 1.
So we're back with round 2. More people laughing at the worst possible moments.
Watch what happens when the host of this phone-in show tried desperately to be, charitable, kind. Heaven help them.
During a live religious TV show where callers phoned in to showcase their singing, things were going smoothly until one performance completely threw the host off.
Hi.
Me on the toilet.
I'm going to sing a song, and me and my mom, we're really trying to get out there in the record scene, but we're just going to sing for you.
Promising start. Me and my mom want to get on a record.
I want to sing for you right now.
Okay.
Can you cross the street without holding her hand?
With the caller saying he had dreams of making it into the record books, the host's expectations clearly went up.
I cry in the midnight hour, yeah. You heard my cry.
Mother probably has some hearing loss.
You brought up all of my tears. That's why.
Ready to lose the hat and regrow the hair? With Choose by Hims, you can regain your hair and your...
I certainly did enjoy that. And
He's crying.
he's going up in the spirit. He's getting the Holy Ghost over here. We want to... he has the spirit. He still loves you. We want to get his address. Get his address. And we want to give you a T-shirt here.
Do you remember the infamous Arab Idol singer who just couldn't stop laughing? Well, after all this
So like Adrian Brody with like stepped on by a giant. Oh my god.
time, he made a comeback. Let's refresh your memory first.
I know.
Don't laugh, that's the judge's role.
Turns out, his dreams weren't over. 10 years later, he returned, this time to give it a serious shot.
Okay, had some work done.
Can I make my phone call? Do I have rights? Can I make my phone call?
Who you gonna call?
Huh?
Who
Oh, supposed to.
you gonna call?
Your mama.
All right, get your ass in the car.
When you're a comedian, people expect every word out of your mouth to be funny, even when you're trying to be serious. And sometimes, that
Actually, a lot of comedians, like myself, are just so unfunny. The only reason why they seem to make it is due to persistence based on delusion. I think that's true in a lot of cases.
expectation backfires. Donald Rawlings knows that
Never found him particularly entertaining or funny.
all too well.
But I said, and I haven't seen a therapist yet, but I have contemplated it because I deal with, as we all do, childhood trauma.
Now, what's the biggest childhood trauma that
Me?
bothers you?
You wanna know?
Yes, sir.
I don't even know if I can say this, and y'all gonna laugh at me.
I'm not gonna laugh at you.
I promise you we're not gonna laugh.
When I grew up, right, and I remember,
Yeah, smoke more weed before the show, guys.
and the way this book came about is because my dad passed away about a year ago, and I had a box of, what? You laughing at me? Hold the up. What's going on, sir?
If there were an award for the most outrageous laugh, this guy would win it hands down. I've never heard
I do think that when you become the clown, people always expect it from you, and it's difficult to go beyond that label.
anything quite like this.
Hell, who is that?
Det är som David. Monica, du trejt var kvar. Usch.
Kan du komma till?
Hade måste vara mise.
Sounds like a crossover between a grandmother that fell down the stairs and a cat.
Jag måste svara.
See, just listening to his laughter is not so funny. They should bring him to like a funeral service, and then we'll see what happens to the people.
He told me that I was ugly and fat and that I was a
Who would do such
So he told the truth.
stupidity?
I don't know.
What's his name? What's his name?
I don't know his name.
Oh my...
Is that your real hair?
Who just said that?
What?
Who just said that?
Bad day to have ears hearing.
At one time, Kevin Gates folded under absolutely no pressure.
I mean, God done bless me. I got too many blessings.
So do you ever see yourself with just one woman?
I'm with one woman right now. What?
Why was that funny?
At the moment, you know.
Imagine doing a modeling show to boost your personal brand, only to have your already embarrassing failure on a news segment, with the hosts dying of laughter at your expense.
It's Fashion Week over in Paris. The latest fashions are on the runway for next spring. But there was a
It looked like she just got out of bed 3 days ago.
problem out there today. One of the British designers' shows had a difficulty. A model fell down twice. That's her going down once. A young woman wearing that pink skirt and the orange platform shoes never quite recovered after that.
Wow, she still did better than Biden.
There she goes. That had hurt. That was uncool. That's embarrassing.
I wonder if she ends up, or any models end up losing work due to that occurring. She was pretty professional, pick things back up. It's probably difficult to walk in heels. I know that I would break any heel.
This is at least the second time.
The slow motion, though.
Well, you all are just really tickled by that.
Come on,
we want to apologize.
Hold on.
Joburg is full of characters joined by one of them right about now. My lady, introduce yourself. What is your name?
Conservacious Lemazon with 2 Z's and 3 N's.
Even if I could have understood what she was saying, even I would have trouble spelling that. I think she may change the spelling every single time. Do they know each other? I hope they don't. So nice. Does the one on the left, she kind of resembles Curious George, doesn't she? And me, actually. With a tan.
One guy decided to run a social experiment, boarding a train and laughing out loud just to see if laughter is contagious. Lucky for us, it was all caught on camera, and he turned an ordinary
so it was COVID. That was also done on the subway.
ride into a moving dose of joy.
Gotham City?
That's my goal for 2019.
16 years. I've only been faithful.
That passed for entertainment. Just giggling like a bunch of girls. Nothing inherently funny about what they said to talk about. Was that Andrew Schultz? I don't understand how he became famous.
The ridiculous was Anderson Cooper's show for calling out the weirdest, wildest stories out there. And in this case, things got awkward really fast.
Time now for the ridiculous. And tonight we're adding anyone who missed out on Dingus Day. Yeah, it's
What day?
Dingus Day.
He was already cringing at the organizer's attempt to explain the humor behind the name, but that was just a glimpse of the awkwardness still to come.
It caught on because, for a number of reasons. Dingus, first of all, is a funny word. It's spelled with a Y.
You're a funny face.
People don't know what it means.
It's funny because it's spelled with a Y. What does it mean anyway? My new favorite reference spot. That would be dingusdaybuffalo.com says dingus can be traced back to a medieval word meaning worthy, proper, or suitable.
However, what really threw him off was the truly bizarre traditions Dingus Day partakers do to each other.
And here's how you celebrate Dingus Day.
The quirky little rituals include boys sprinkling girls that they fancy with water, and the girls striking back with a tap from a pussy willow branch.
Couldn't just say branch. He's so afraid of pussy willows that he has to leave.
No, you did it. All right.
You never see him laugh. It's kind of nice.
And just when he almost pulled himself together, boom, right back to square one.
It's really so stupid.
Even though he works for CNN, I mean, they've fallen so low. It's pathetic. But this was before, in its heyday. He laughs like he has a pussy willow.
Just gotta let it out. Just gotta let it out.
forever.
It is now my great pleasure to pronounce you husband and wife. Frank, you may now kiss your bride.
What started as a wholesome segment about a couple who got married in their 90s quickly went off the rails when the 95-year-old bride dropped an unexpected innuendo.
And I said to him, if you don't lay on me with that on tonight,
Oh, stop that! Get out!
I will lay on you.
No! Did you really say that? Sylvia, go Sylvia!
Yeah.
Oh, we are so happy for you.
Harrison Ford's done countless interviews over the years, but this is the hardest he's ever laughed on camera.
Cheer up.
Well, you know, it's a bit of a bleak day.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's a lovely day in London. Let's keep it that way.
I'm so sorry.
This is not the introduction we were promised. Bring me on with a little happier music. Gary, help yourselves. I notice there's nothing left for me.
Cheers, Ron. Oh, I needed that. I've warmed up. Morning. Yeah, cheers.
What a morning.
You know I don't drink.
Good morning to you, Michael. Thanks for the points.
Hi, Lisa. How are you this morning? Great to
Really?
be here as a boy. Always loved planes. It's a fantastic, exciting morning to be in front of one.
It is. And you got a big one too. 3
Does he not look like a lesbian?
million points.
You were right, Lisa. It is a big one.
What was that?
What was that? Plane.
Now to the story of a pig that is inspiring others. One pot-bellied pig has certainly endured his share of problems. Chris P. Bacon was born without the use of his neck.
Why the hell are you laughing
Yeah, you have to read the story.
Another classic X Factor moment came when a contestant brought his brother along just to fill the gaps with random hype phrases. Corruption has sadly plagued many African nations, and in this moment, it was on full display. The president of South Africa completely lost it when a speaker suggested that hospitals could avoid nationalization.
That the only way to avoid the nationalization of those private hospitals is by fully cooperating with the Minister of Health when he needs beds for our sick people. It is not time to make profit.
If you enjoyed this one, be sure to check out part 1 of the series. You'll love it too. As always,
certainly enjoying South Africa's presence in the news. I wonder if that's the same guy. It's been a lot of years. So, yep, he's still laughing, embarrassing himself all over again. Fantastic.